So I thought I would just make a video for you guys on how I carve spoons. And because I got into spoon carving, I carved a couple. This one is made from lilac. As you can see, there's purple in it. I really like it. Except I can try to make another one, show you guys how I do it, but have it thicker down here than up here at the top. But then here's one made out of apple wood. I do not have the bowl carved out yet, but I really like this one. It's nice and small up at the top, and then bigger when it gets down. So I'll be using that as a pattern. And then I opened up this really pretty piece of lilac. As you can see, it has purple strips through it. So this is what I'll be making my spoon out of, and I'll just show you guys how I do it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is clean up all of this kind of stuff. That way I have pretty much not a super smooth area to draw my spoon out on, but just at least get rid of all this stuff like that. That way it's easier to draw stuff out. So I took off all of this big stuff here, stuff that was all sticking up, so I got a pretty nice foundation for drawing my spoon out on. Just there's a bump here that I'm going to have to work around, stuff like that. But I'll draw my spoon out here and I'll start cutting it out, and then we can start grinding it down. Alright, so I have it all drawn out here. Just the head and the handle. Just going to be cutting this out on a bandsaw and see how that works. I usually use a smaller saw, but this is kind of a thicker piece of wood. So I'll just see how that works, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. so I got it cut out. As you can see, it is very thick. Now we're going to turn this into this with a lot of sanding and cutting it and stuff like that. So next thing I'll be doing is sanding, and I'll show you how I do that too. Alright, so the spoon was a bit thick, so I just zipped about half of it off, maybe a quarter of it, there. So this will be the spoon. I sanded this part down. It's looking really pretty. Now I just gotta sand it down to make it this thin. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alrighty, so we turned something that looked like this into this. Looks really nice. It's got the purple, got a nice knot there. Got a little bit of tint of purple up here. Nice head size. This will be the front of it. The end is nice. May need to shave that off a little more. But yeah, I rounded off this part and the head. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Now I just need to take the Dremel and just finish it up and then carve out the bowl. I'll just be using this small sandpaper for this. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so I finished with the Dremel work. As you can see, it looks really nice. Now I'm just going to take some fine sandpaper. See there? Fine sandpaper. I'm just going to sand this all down to make a nice smooth finish. 220 sandpaper works really good too. I might use some of this even though it's in quite a few pieces. But just gonna sand this down and get it all nice and smooth and show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so here I finished sanding the top of the bowl right here and the whole handle. Looks really pretty. The end. This will be the front, so I'll carve that out. I rounded this off and smooth that down. And yeah, it looks really nice. I took all of those marks from the big sandpaper off. All I used was this sandpaper. It's fine. Whatever that number is, 3V2. And this stuff that's more fine sandpaper than some other rough stuff for taking off the more bigger 100. That's what I use for taking off the more bigger stuff, and then I just finished it off with this one and this. But yeah, it looks pretty nice and I'm happy with it. Now I just gotta carve the bowl out. Alright, so now the thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our carving tools, our chisels and hook knife and stuff. It's always easier if you attach it in a vise, which is what I will be doing. So I'll hook it up there, and then we'll start carving out the bowl. Alright, so I got this all set up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our chisel here. It's a rounded chisel. We're just going to start carving out the center. The chisel is really nice because you can carve out the big amounts and then use the hook knife for just finishing touches to make it look nice. Alright, so I got the bowl carved out. As you can see, it's nice and carved, just the right angle. Now I'll just be using this hook knife. I will be carving out the center of it, just smoothing it down because right now it's pretty rough. And then I'll just be using sandpaper to finish it out. Finished with carving out the bowl. As you can see, it looks real nice. Nice size. Now I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna sand it down. Alright, so here we are. Just gonna be using this sandpaper. This stuff works the best. I don't know what kind of grain it is, but this is the stuff I use a lot. See the grain on that, but it works really nice. And then I'm going to be using this stuff. Let's see if I can see the number on here, 220, and whatever number this is. And I might need to use this 80, and I might need to use it for some of the rougher stuff, but I'll just see. When you're sanding, sometimes your sandpaper, I thought I would show you guys this, but sometimes your sandpaper, almost all the time, it gets the wood dust in it. So I found that if you have like a rag or something, and you just wipe it on the rag like that, it takes that right out. So that's what I usually do. That way it works better, because otherwise if you have a lot of that wood dust in it, it'll really clog it up. So you just do that, and it's all ready to go. Alright, for my last sandpaper, I'll be using size 400. It's very, very, very fine, just to finish this. Got this pretty nice and smooth down, and I'll finish it with this, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, well, it's done. Everything out in the shop that you have to do out in the shop is all done. So now I just need to take it inside and oil it up. Alright, so now I have this inside. I'm just going to be using olive oil for this. There, and I'll oil it up and I'll show you what it looks like. So the spoon is done. Looks real nice. It's got a nice looking purple end there. It's got really nice purple strips through it. Got a nice sized bowl there. And yeah, now you can enjoy your nice spoon that you made. See you on the next video.